Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I'm recording relatively late. I'm not sure if I can bring this out at the time I usually bring out my videos, but I thought I will just give you something. Don't know. If it comes later, then maybe we'll see. Maybe more people see it. I don't know. But I'm recording kind of because I'm fiddling around with the containers and with stuff around the ship and stuff around this anchor, and I don't know, I didn't want to go back into the habit to not showing what I'm doing and just say, here, that's what I've done. So I decided to record now just a bit. So we have this standard cargo container now, and I also have the standard gas container. It is down on the planet. We will go there too and take a look at it too. I've done not some changes, some additions. So we had some suggestions that came at a point where I already implemented that, but I wanted to say that I'm really grateful for the suggestions. And we had some mod suggestions by Alasia that that said, here's 2 mods that help with the whole merging and unmerging and then the name changing stuff. Problem is, both of the mods, no, the one is a script I didn't test out. The other is a mod. I tested out the mod. The mod sadly doesn't work. We will have to deal with that a bit more. And now it becomes ever more important because I started to implement the LCD script, the automatic LCD script, to show me how full the cargo is, and maybe I will also have a list what is in the cargo, so that we can see how much stuff we have in the containers and what we bring to a ship or something like that. So first thing, buttons. This button can unlock the container from the ship, so it controls the merge blocks. This one can lock the landing gears and the connector to the station or ship that I want to anchor this to. So when I use this, you can see lamp goes out. We have an indicator that shows what is happening there. If we turn it on, the landing gears lock again and the connector locks. And then the LCD springs to life and shows us that there's nothing inside this container. Okay, this is achieved and let us first go to the programmable block. Programmable block for the automatic LCD is on the ship, and I will have one on the station too. Big problem is that I kind of have to see how I set that up. It's a bit weird because if I have one on the ship and I have one on the station, then both will kind of work on the same monitors. I think the script can fix that. I hope it doesn't lead to any problems. But so, main thing. We have the ship docked here, and this is the programmable block that checks or that controls automatic LCDs. 2, I had to do just one change, and that is in this line, public string LCD. Is it dash? No, it's underscore. I think tag and then equals. It is this LCD thing, and there's this T and then this colon. I think it's colon in front of it. You have to remove that, otherwise the script will only look for stuff that is on the same grid. And then it ignores stuff that is behind rotors, behind connectors, all that stuff. If you set that up right, then everything will work. So see that booted up again. This works, same grid, but we want the LCD on the containers to work too, without having any programmable blocks on there. Problem will be that if we use a script to change the name after unmerging, we will have to use programmable blocks anyways. my main idea was to not have all the power usage on the containers, so that I could leave them just standing around without having to put in too much power. LCDs use power, the programmable block uses power, and I just wanted to have some solar panels on here to just keep it topped up. If it's connected, it doesn't really matter, but if it stands around. Big thing with that is that if we have it stand around, then we can't take a look at it, because if it's not connected to anything that has the automatic LCD script, no? So the decision I kind of have to make is we could make our life a bit easier by adding a programmable block, by adding maybe 2 because of the UNMERGE script that I want to test. And the idea seems more and more appealing to me, because then we could keep this T in the public line there in the programmable block and have each individual container check for the LCDs. But I don't know how bad that is for simulation speeds. It could be bad, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we test that out. I had set up a projector to maybe make more of these containers, but now I see that they're still very much a prototype. So I kind of want to finish the idea here and then just make it ready and then build more. I have to implement that on the gas container anyways. Maybe we should bring that thing up here, then make the decision if we put more programmable blocks on here and just have each container have its own automatic LCD script. I don't know. It's a bit. We could implement more things like sensors that just turn the programmable block on when we are close by or something like that. I'm not sure. We might just test it and see how bad it is, and if it is bad, then we can still implement the sensor afterwards. So let me go down there. We take a look at the gas container, we bring it up, and then work more on that, because if I anchor it here, I can work on both and then have that standard container and then start with the next one. Maybe print one of these, or not print, build one of these, take it out, and then change whatever we do with it. So good. Down to the planet, and then show you the things I changed there, bring that up, work more on the containers. Back in a second. Let me show you a phenomenon that I now am trying to fix for the last 45 minutes or so. Seems to be empty, or it's not. There's a hydrogen tank in there. It cloaked itself or something like that. I don't know what's up with that. So doesn't show up. I don't know why. Again, I said, yeah, I had one mod installed, but that mod is gone again. So what's up with that? We should maybe test if it is a general problem with the hydrogen tanks. And if they don't show up at all, that is bad, and I don't know what's up with it. Oh man, that will take ages to figure out what that is. Again, all the mods I installed are gone again. And I don't know. I will maybe try a bit more. Let me go back to the regularly the program that I wanted to show you. So I've added the same buttons to this cargo container too, or to this gas container too. And I also added these two buttons. They set up if the hydrogen and oxygen containers that are in here start to stockpile the stuff. So would be interesting, or what would be interesting. So if I want to fill this up, I need to set them to stockpile, because otherwise they will only fill up if there is production on here, and I want to be able to also grab stuff from tanks that are on the base, for example. And yeah, with this setup, I can control everything from the outside. So I'm pretty sure there is a lot of automation I could do, but for me, it's easiest to just jump out of the cockpit, activate the buttons, and then leave that thing behind if I want, or something like that. Makes for faster than to just get in here, then find out which button is what and go into the menu. And with I couldn't set that up on the hotbar because the things are all different. That's one of the things that makes this whole operation a bit weird, is I have to really individually name groups. I had the problem that I had both of the containers here, standing here, and this button would not only control the setup of this container, but also the setup of this container. So once I changed this one, it unlocked this one too. It was a big, huge mess, but after renaming groups and all that stuff, it works out. So each and every container I have will have to be set up individually. That's kind of why I want to get them ready and done, so I can have one standard thing, set it up on a projector, print it or build it, then change whenever I need it, and then have that container ready. So I don't want to go and build masses of them right now. I will just build some whenever I need one, and then maybe if I have time, I will set one up or two, and then we have them ready to go. But for now, I need to figure out what's up with the hydrogen containers here. That is kind of weird. I will try to fly away, come back and see if that changed something. But again, I don't know what's up with it. Oh, see that? There's more problems here. There is wheels here, but they are not showing up. What could that be? Ugh. Space engineers, you are such an amazing game, but sometimes you just make me angry. I don't know. Why is only one side missing? Yeah, need to figure that out. Rotors are missing too. There's an antenna that's completely missing. All this stuff. Ugh, I will be... Yeah, by the way, reloaded the game too. So if I can't figure something out, then a hint would be nice. We'll be back in a bit. In the typical fashion, the stuff is back. I don't know what happened. I just went around, did voodoo magic, like checking the files in Steam and deleting, don't know, unnecessary mods where I'm sure I don't need them anymore, and suddenly everything's back to normal. So good. I can live with that for now. Good. Now let us do the changes. While still working on that, I thought about it, and we will go and definitely do programmable blocks on each individual block, so that the ships that really need that, or the grids that really need that, have their own, yeah, their own with them. It again, the idea of having one automatic LCD computer per grid that has these containers, or that can transport or store these containers, good idea. But as soon as I uncouple and have one just standing around, yeah, it is useless then afterwards. So we will edit this, bring back the T colon, and have that thing then just be responsible for everything on this grid. So this thing still works. The container up top should not work anymore, even if it is connected, because again, the programmable block should now only be here for let us turn this off, boot it up again. It still shows. I don't know why. I don't care. Programmable block on this thing. So we need a programmable block. We will hide that somewhere, maybe somewhere inside here, and we need a second one for the unmerge. One of the scripts, I found two scripts. One was suggested by Alessia. I found on my own a script that renames grids when they unmerge. So we can basically in the script say, I want this thing to be called this way, and then it will just rename it to this. And we will need that because again, this thing looks for a certain block group or a certain ship name, and not for that's how you basically control the script. Let me show you. That's how you control this script. And you tell him, I want this thing as the command, and then I want it to just look for this stuff, the group container one. I tried it with a block group, but the block group, didn't do anything. It could be that it works. We will test it out with the gas one too. But for now, we will go, and the good thing with a block group is I can specify, okay, I just want these containers to be looked into, and not, we could go even crazier with that. So if we go and say TG, it will just you look into a block group that is just on this grid and is not available anywhere else. So basically it shows then a block group. Basically it shows information about a block group that is on the grid, that has the programmable block running the automatic LCDs. Makes the whole thing crazier, but maybe spares me the fact that I have to rename all the block groups. I can just have the block group be the one that I chose, and then the automatic LCD will just look into this grid and not into any other grids. It's all very complicated. So we will attach it to the battery so that we can change it from here. And this one too. Left one will be automatic LCDs. The other one will be for the unmerge script. Let me go and set this up. Browse scripts. Automatic LCDs. Copy to editor. And we don't need to change anything. We can just keep this. So it just checks for this grid. Tell it to run, and now it runs. It should be active. See, it reloaded this, keeps the settings. There's nothing in here, and it just has the 937,000 liters that is in these containers. That's a good thing. We can set up another one, another LCD that is running, I think, the inventory. We will look into that in a second. Now I need to go and set this one up. So this one will be the one for one of the UNMERGE scripts. I hope UNMERGE or UNMERGE script renamer. I will test this one first. It is a teensy tiny bit easier to use, I have the feeling. So we'll copy this to the editor. We need this stuff for the custom setup, the custom data of the programmable block to name it. So see, this will be then, that's my ship name, and we will have to change that to the name we're using. Docking merge block. If we leave it this way, the script says then it will just look for all the merge blocks that are on the grid, and we will stay with that. That should not be problematic. So we will use this one, container 1. I'm removing the stores. That was not in the description. Give me everything, please. Copy this. So specified block with name docking merge block is not a merge block. Okay, now I need to look into it. I had it open in the workshop. Why did I close that? Close this. Come on. Workshop. Ugh. Let us go into that. Sorry for all the German on screen. Again, Steam is in German for me. Ooh. We need to take a look at that. And now. Okay. No. No. Pressing buttons. In-game script. This one. So. If not specified, it will monitor status of all merge blocks. Okay, so get rid of that, I would say. And edit. Don't specify this. Okay. Specified block. Do we need to get rid of the whole thing? Merge block. To monitor. Error invalid custom data. Cannot parse as any. That is the worst. We'll just go with this and hopefully, I don't know. It's not a merge block. What are the merge blocks here? Merge. Module 1, merge block. Container 1, merge block. Copy this. Go back to the programmable block. Okay, I thought if I don't specify that, what would not specify mean? Well, this value is optional. If not specified, it will monitor status of all merge blocks. No, it... Oh, maybe it doesn't care? Add code below. On string merge block to monitor. Private new list, new whatever grid name, unmerged grid name. So I need to specify it. That's what I understand here. No, what am I doing? So okay, unmerged. Good. Did it rename that thing? It is container 1. So now if we grab it. If we grab it now. Six. Look. Don't ram anything important, please. The wildest flying you have ever seen. Arr! Merged. So let us unlock this just because we can. Now, okay. And if we... So now everything is named container 1. We okay, we need we need to give the ship a name too. So okay, we will bring that down again. Oh no. Okay, the blocks in the back are a bad idea. I thought that would be nice so that I don't push anything too far, but now I see that the ship doesn't like that. So these can go again. I will have to find another, I don't know, decorative block to fit in there. Good. Go down. And now unmerge. Fly away. The problem is if this thing is no. Okay, it is still container 1. It should be. Problem is this still container 1? Let me fix this up. So this worked remarkably well. The status is unmerged on this ship. I just set it up this way. Container dropship MK2. And it is container dropship MK2. I didn't touch this. That is neat. So now we can have all the individual containers named with their respective names and then have them work in a nice way where we can just unmerge and merge them and whatever we like, and we still keep the names. That's a good thing. One thing I want to see is how does it react when two of the things are fighting. So let me unlock the container and see what happens now. So this is container 1. This is container 1 too. So while I'm carrying something, it seems I cannot really have a decision there. Now it is container dropship MK2 again. And I hope this is container 1. I don't know how it decides which one to use. I'm just glad that I have that now. that I don't have to kind of don't know, that brings me joy because I can now use merge blocks more and don't have to fear that grids will just will be renamed constantly because of stuff like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have timer blocks in here. That's why this is standing out a bit, because of the whole stockpiling and all that stuff. That is set up with a timer, so that it changes the stockpiling and turns on the lamp. And there's a timer somewhere here too, there in the middle. But I had to find nicer places for this. So now I can set this to stockpile if I want, but first I will connect it. Could set this to stockpile, it would fill up, and this one to stockpile, and it will fill this one up. Everything's fine, we can keep it that way now, but first we need automatic LCDs on this one. I need to find a thing that tells me copy to editor, check code, okay, use this, and then have this one. I will unlock it for this for now. Have this one to be again the merge thing. Merge. I have to copy this again. Copy. Remove all the things. That is okay. Copy that in. Move this. So. How is this one? How was this one called? I think it's container tank 1. So we will copy this. See, that's the problem. I constantly have to set that up, then each and every one of these, set them up by hand. Not appealing to me, but that's why I don't want to mass produce them for now. I would have to go through all the steps doing that. Merge. Copy. I could have a standard name for this too, but custom data. Amazing. Setup should run unmerged. Thank you should be named in the correct way. Container tank 1. Thank you. Nice. Good. That works out nicely. And if I take a blueprint of each of these now, unlock that blueprint. That's the third iteration already. And then, no, with this, there will be a fourth iteration. I wanted to have the inventory list. Now, is there a thing that is something we should look up? Edit, browse scripts, auto, open in workshop. Is there something for gases too, where I can see what's in the tanks? Inventory list, cargo, power, damage, docked, block count, working, prop, oxygen, tanks. There's something with tanks. So tanks. This will work with modded gases too. You need to specify type of tanks like hydrogen or oxygen. You can only specify one type. Type is from name of the tank type. So I'm okay. Tanks shows only exact volume. Mandatory. Tanks, hydrogen. Tanks, oxygen. Okay, that should be easy to set up. We need to set the G room 1. Okay. Ugh. Let me do that. I will show you in a second how that looks in the end. So now I hope it is set up the right way. For the cargo container, we have cargo use, so the whole cargo usage. I could use smaller displays here. I'm still deciding maybe if I want to add more, and especially for the component summary. So we have 3 computers in here. There's just 3 computers in here. If I remove them, it should update at one point and remove the computers. So nothing, there's no components in there. If I put them back, I can have them show up, large tubes and computers. It just takes from these cargo containers and it just shows me the setup with this setup inventory XS. It just shows me stuff that's in there. So you could have it in a way where it shows a whole list and just shows all the things and that just says, okay, there's 0 in there. But why would we want to see something that's not in there? We just want to see what's in there. And this inventory XS does that. I will keep it that way, so we can just take a fast look at, okay, what do I have in this thing? And the same now I have with the hydrogen tanks and the oxygen tanks. So nice. Now we can just see we have these are full with hydrogen, with oxygen, full with hydrogen. I have them set up the easy way, but it should be good. Because again, it should just grab everything from this grid. Changes once the thing is connected, but after that it renames again. Everything should be okay. So while we are flying this thing, we don't really care. It is when they are locked to something, then we definitely want to see them here being connected and all that stuff. Pretty happy with that. That works out. I will put something in front of the programmable blocks, and we should maybe rename the programmable blocks. Let me undock that again. Grab the name line. I had a mod also for this, but that also didn't load, but I could test that again. I figured out it was the merge thing, the smart merge thing that definitely threw problems there. LCD, and then we have this as the merger. Merge. Fix. Good. We can add that to the text panels too. Just so we are completely in the green, and then we should do that here to unlock this thing. Grab the line. Just to be completely perfect with everything. Button panel. Oh, did I not name the button panels? That would be bad. I need to check that on the other ones too. And this merge fix, and then we just do the same thing with this. Energy low, it shouldn't. Everything's fine. Good. That works out pretty well. I have the feeling we are at a good point where we really can now take a blueprint of this and be completely, hopefully completely No, done with that. Did I miss any? No, I didn't. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Good. I had this already last week. But we will do something like this again. So now this renames once it is unmerged. This does. Let us bring some blocks in front of it. I will use some slopes here, and no, and some slopes here, just so that I know that the programmable blocks are behind these. I don't know. By the way, I did this one too, so I can stack the whole thing. I have the feeling for the first time we really achieved the whole modular thing. In the next episode, we will I will want to have. So one suggestion I got was have a power module that we can set down. Then maybe I want to have something with cargo storage and build and repair functionality. And I want to have a passenger module. So next week or next episode, we might play around with that and take a look if we can build these three types, have them in the world too, so that with a build container we can set it down, maybe then assist with building building stations. We could use I was searching for an idea how to utilize a power module. We could put a power module on the top and power the build and repair system with that. That is maybe then the idea for that. Something like that would be neat. Yeah, and with the passengers thing, we don't have a lot of passengers in this world, but we could use that to ferry people around from orbit to space. Good thing is we don't have re-entry heat or anything like that. We don't have to care for that. People just need to sit down for a moment, endure with their oxygen reserves, and then everything's fine. Good, because I definitely don't want to make that airtight. That will maybe not happen, but the rest, we should be on a good way there. Good people, I would say thanks for watching. Hope you liked this episode. Again, it will be a bit later in the day, and hope you're happy with that. And I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.